Alright, show your world.
Shaka on the beat, Shaka on the beat, Shaka on the
beat. This is D. Frank, and you're riding in the black ScatPack. What's going on, YouTube? This D. Frank. I'm sitting back up in this old black ScatPack, and it's been raining out here for a little bit. And yeah, I've been slow with the We Are Mopar video. You know, what's going on, everybody? It's D. Frank, man. But sorry about that. But yeah, it's D. Frank, man. I'm sitting back up in the black ScatPack. It's been one rainy day, one rainy weekend. And I know I've been a little bit slow dropping all the We Are Mopar videos that I made, but been busy ever since I done came back. So now we're here to talk about my thoughts after this, after the We Are Mopar 3. If you haven't checked out the Friday Night Lights video, the We Are Mopar show video, and even the YouTubers meet and greet video that the meet and greet I went to before before Friday Night Lights. Y'all should just take time and go check those out. I'll probably put those in cards, throughout the video, and probably in the link in the description below. But yeah, first things first, I think this We Are Mopar 3 was leaps and bounds better than it was than 2. And not that 2 was a bad show. My biggest gripe from 2 was trying to get up on the inside. And they made, for We Are Mopar 3, for me it was a lot easier getting in. Just the only thing I ain't really liked, I don't think this had nothing to do with them, but like some of those staff people there, they just really had some bad attitudes. But I don't think that had anything to do with like the hosting and prepping of getting people up in there. Some people just salty. Then again, they probably just mad because they had to be out there on a Saturday and it was kind of hot out there. But I digress. That ain't got nothing to do with that. But yeah, it was leaps and bounds better even getting in, because yeah, it was better getting in, because I didn't even line up in, like how I did like super early for We Are Mopar 2, because I think the show started at 1, and like the people that was driving their cars up for general admission, for We Are Mopar 2, I got out there at 11, trying to get ahead of the people that was coming in at 12. I still didn't get up on the inside until like, almost after 1. But this year I came a little bit after the gates opened up for general admission, and it probably took me less than 20 minutes to get on the inside, which was phenomenal considering all the people and all the traffic. 2, I like how they did a lot better job of separating, having places where people, the people that was in for general admission, where they can park in one specific area. The people for the Mopar Showdown was parked in another area, like they had their own section cordoned off. I like how they put the booths inside of those buildings where, like some of the race cars would be parked at and everything. They did that very, very nice, because where everybody else normally parked, like the general admission, all those people, well, all those cars was parked at this year, I think they had like a lot of the vendor booths and like the VIP and all that out there in the sun. And a lot of people was complaining about, like, it being too hot. And I could probably see that's one of the reasons why. They had everything sectioned off, I should say, to where if you wanted your vehicle to be seen, you can, your vehicle would be seen. You'll be able to mix and mingle with everybody. By them starting the laps for vets a little bit, later, and having everybody sign the waiver and the rules and everything, like coming from Friday night lights up until, you know, the morning of going to the hotel and getting your waivers and everything. That was a major improvement because to me it gave everybody a little bit more time to mix and mingle. And that's another big thing. I like the fact that you was able to get around and actually see all the events this time around, especially if you was doing like laps for vets. Because last year when I did that, no sooner than I got in, had to wait around for a safety brief. Then, you know, I got in at 1. That safety brief I want to say was like at 2. It ain't kick off to like 2:30, I want to say, and by 3, or anywhere in between, I want to say, I only had like 30 minutes or whatever, to 30 to 45 minutes to talk to people. Then had to go line up like at 4 because my laps was at 4, but waited in line for an hour, so we didn't get onto the track till after 5. And like by the time I parked, you know, it was about 5:36. I want to say the show was over at like 7 or 8 last year, and by the time I got off the track, you know, a lot of people have left and the show was winding down. And the people who had their cars, you know, in the Mopar showdown for the car show, they got to do their laps last at like 8. The event ended at 11, but I left up out of there about 9:31 on 10. But I think the time slot, everything to me seemed to flow much better than last year, 2017, you know, just depending on when you're watching this video. And I didn't get to talk to Pedro. I wish I could have, but like from what I've seen, that they're not doing it again next year. They're not doing when they said this is the last We Are Mopar, from everything I've heard, that is true. They're not using the We Are Mopar name, but they are planning to come back with different branding for the year 2020. I've heard that they're trying to go for either fall or the spring, which they can probably try to beat some of the heat, which is, I can respect that. But this year, you know, speaking of heat, it wasn't as hot this year compared to last year. But, you know, don't get me wrong, it was still pretty hot out there, but it wasn't as bad. So that's another thing. And, you know, I'm looking forward to 2020. You know, on a selfish level, I wouldn't mind seeing them do it, you know, next year, because to me, they're coming in, you know, this was perfect, man. To me, they're white hot with it right now. So I'm pretty sure that if they'll do another one next year, a lot more people would be on board, including me. But 2020, man, that'll be here before you know it. What, 2 years, or depending when they have it, a year and a half. So a lot of things could change then. Who knows? I might be in position to have my car in a vendor booth, having a vendor booth. We will definitely see about that. And that's pretty much all I'm coming at about We Are Mopar in a nutshell. And I'll say also stay tuned to the channel within the next couple weeks, because yeah, I've got something up my sleeve, and I'm planning on taking my YouTube experience and taking it into a whole different direction. So, you know, it's other people that, you know, I'm pretty sure there's all kinds of people with all different walks of life that watch my videos. So the direction I would want to go in, I think this would probably help some people out in that way too. So I'm getting out of here. This D Frank, and I'm ending this video. But before I do, make sure you always, you know, as always, stay inactive, man. Comment, you know, since I'm talking about the We Are Mopar experience, man, everybody tell me, what was your experience like this year? Did you go last year? Did you see it as an improvement? And, you know, other than comment, you know, like or dislike the video, that helps out. And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you got your post notifications on, because we know how Instagram be funny too, but we all know how YouTube is when it comes to the algorithm. So if you want to make sure you get all the videos that I post with that post notification, you'll make sure you get them. And then even if you do get them, I know your main page sometimes don't show them, so be sure to click that subscription tab, whether it be on your phone or your computer, and that's how you can keep track of my videos and everybody else that you're sub to, and see what they got going on. And until next time, man. out.